Hey, you guys, welcome in. Hi, Crystal. I am coming on very last minute because I'm going to be calling this an intro part one to a two-part little series. Hi. Yes, this is WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. There's a lot going on out there, and I want to make sure that I keep on top of it. Um, and when I say that, it's all about the Summer Moonwell's missing children, and it's about the victims that have become victims of exactly what they're talking about and bringing to surface. Hi, I'm Bernie, and that is about um, Hi, Nothing But Love, what they're talking with this Diddy stuff. Now, I want to make sure and I want to make really clear that my channel will never become a channel that's about them. It will never be one of those channels that sits and discusses the ones that are the predators, the ones that are the celebrities. I don't care who they are. I just know that they need to be brought into the center of this conversation in a way that it brings justice to the victims, period. For 3.5 years, it's going to be 4 for me, you guys, before you know it. I've been preaching these stories that I have psychically been seeing, and I was never a victim of these circumstances that I have now made my life purpose to bring to surface. I am someone with an insight to a world that is filthy and dirty and horrific and filled with visions that I never even knew were something that could happen. I never even knew that it was something that was happening. I couldn't even come up with this stuff if I tried to. So if those who don't know my story could go back, I have almost 900, I've 850 videos. If you go back to the beginning, I think part two, I will do a little catch up and read from my books that I wrote back in April 2021. And that will give you a really good insight. Everything I do and say here falls under Section 101 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? I'm here to educate and entertain. I'm here to help bring justice by telling you what I see. And this Diddy stuff and Allie Carter, who I'm happy I came across her channel. Now interesting enough, she's been doing that for like as long as I have been on YouTube, and we haven't crossed paths. I haven't seen her stuff. Maybe neither one of us, we don't really look at YouTube. I don't really look at a lot of other people's stuff. Well, I look when it's supposed to be. So maybe it's just time that I found her. Because when I listen, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because it's everything that I am showing here. It's the elements that I show here in Summer Moon Wells. 3.5 years ago, one of my very first entries was about this busload of kids, like they're loading up on a camp. Like when I tell you that my words in my book, you could go back to it. It's my story I read from my notepads, is aligned with what she is saying, and it just is blowing my mind. Now, I don't care. I'm not looking to say, oh, wow, Lori, you really hit it on the nose. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that gives more of an affirmation that this is happening. And it gives an affirmation to me that I am seeing something that needs to be discussed and talked about and to go save these victims. The bus that you see here, this is a video from Don Wells. Don Wells is the mother of Summer Moon Wells. Mother. The father, for all I know, he is a mother. I have no idea. I don't even know him. He's the father of Summer Moon Wells, allegedly. I think there are a lot of Summer Moon Wells that he's the father of. There's not just one. But this is a video that he took to show his property, to show just his property. And he stood over the horizon of right here between his property and the roadway. And then there's, to me, I call this east and west. Thanks, Crystal. East and west. And he stood here. And when I fiddle with this part of the video, we all know that the trucks change because you probably haven't even seen that this was a bus. And then the bus becomes part of the background. It's this whole thing. But whatever it shows me is the story that I told you a few years back. These children go in busloads, like they're going to a camp. And they get dropped off and they enter different doorways. Like they have a choice of one doorway, one doorway, one doorway, and they get thrown through these different doorways because they get raided. And it depends on what they're doing with these children to what doorway they go into. So this all came from 3 years ago, right? And listening to her story led me to the next two presentations that I have chose to put together, specifically because she is not the only victim that's come forward. You guys, we're going to have hundreds of people come forward. And we're going to have celebrities. This is allegedly, this is just my reading, right? This is Summer Moon Wells, our little darling Summer Moon, with dark hair and red fingernails. What's going to happen soon through my psyche is that deaths that have happened to these celebrities, you're going to hear little bits of it, and then they're going to shut it up. Then they're going to shut it down real fast. That these celebrities fell victim to these rituals and these sacrifices. The photos that I have and that I have shown is what I want to get out there because I would like to hear from the victims. I want to hear from the victims that are beginning to surface and speak, right? They're speaking. They are telling their truth. So when I show something like this, I'm asking the victims, especially Allie Carter, who I believe has seen all this, to look very closely at the photos that I'm showing, to look at the victims, to look at the elements. I have told stories. I'm going to tell you the stories over these photos in order to bring justice to the victims. But now recently, we have victims that are coming forward. who can look at these pictures and tell me what they see. Tell me that they see the same things that I have been talking about. They use these telephones as a device. They take out their eyeball. They're placed in these places like kitchens that are covered in plastic and behind plexiglass, like this. To me, this would be what the kitchens look like inside these so-called rooms. I found my photo, you guys. This was it. When I did the Delphi case, Aaron Carter's one of them, correct? When I did the Delphi case, I said, holy shit, first of all, these girls remind me of the Delphi girls. And what you see to the right, the guy in the army hat, is the one that was at Grandis's family reunion. Grandis's family reunion had this guy there. Now, this is important because if anyone has seen anything or has noticed a face that looks familiar, this would be the time to help me gather the people and their faces together in a file that you say, yes, I've seen these people. The guy with the hat is from Grandis's family reunion. Family reunion. And the guy in the middle there that's smiling between them is the one that I showed you in Ryan Finding Truth's merry-go-round, or the horse, whatever that is, the carousel. So this to me isn't just me being like, oh, I have a psychic thing that I see his face. No, it's here. You know, it's in front of us. These are the faces that I showed at the circus, that I showed in Ryan Finding Truth. These are the faces that you could find in my video, right? Right there. Thank you for those ones. So I wanted to throw that in there because this is a face that is someone of interest to me. This is a face that I would say is important. And that this face is very familiar looking to a face that the law enforcement should be looking for. I'm not saying it's him. I'm saying that's what the face looks like. So what I use are photos to tell you the story. Yeah, killing time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. She's probably friends with Candace. The stories that you're going to be hearing in the next few months because of Diddy, whatever, is in jail. It's really, unfortunately, and it's kind of sick, it takes a celebrity to be thrown in jail. And for a celebrity to bring this to surface because no one talks about it. No one talks about it until like a celebrity is busted. Well, the people that have been victims, like this Ellie and many others that are coming forward, I see they've been talking for a very freaking long time. And what you're looking at in front of you, you guys, goes way back. I believe that these are videos from Jeffrey Dahmer, or these are videos from Epstein. What you're looking at here, from what I see, is what's happening today. These are victims that are going through the same process as our victims today. This here, what I'm asking is for this stuff to be really looked at to those that are coming forward. Is there such a thing as these long red nails? Of their faces going inside these masks, of these people in masks essaying the victim. In these videos, you guys, I have shown this to the law enforcement. I said this is Michael Van, because this to me is what Michael Van was wearing. But the hand is red. Why is the hand red? It's always shown to me, you guys. It's shown to me because it's part of this horrific ritual that they do with the body parts. And this head is in the plexiglass. The children definitely get separated, right? That's how I see it. It hurts. It hurts to discuss it. But let me tell you something. I have been showing you guys pictures, and now it is time for the stories to be told from the people that were inside these rooms. Why is it that they look like this, the predator? Yeah, the trophies. They're pieces. I see the trophies as pieces of their body. See that bottom photo there? Let me show you. It's pieces of their body, you guys. So I don't know what you see in here. What I see are pieces of their bodies gone, removed, removed. This gives us the opportunity to say, hey, the victims that are coming forward, can you please tell me about this thing that they put in their mouth? What is this? What is this that they put in their mouth? I believe what they put in their mouth is something that it controls them, and it does something to them. It makes them open. This is something these are videos that I've had for a very long time, and they show as if they're at the carnival. But this girl looks so much like Allie Carter. Now, again, they do deep fakes, and a lot of these girls look the same. But it's the hands that get hurt. It's these hands that turn into this. That is, it's really screwed up, I see. Um, Diddy's hand to the left. That's a victim's hand to the right. These are controlling pieces. And I see that they're placed in phones, and I see that they're placed in these pieces like this. Cam and Allie's videos give me everything that I need. I went back. I went back to the one that she was all mad at me for talking about, because when someone gets mad, like really angry, they had a fight where on the live where they had to literally get off live for a minute and come back. Because of that, that is why I keep going back to that same video. It shows the shift in the Wells's shed. So what I see is the shed is used as a vehicle to go down under. That is where I'm telling you that they have the tunnels down under. They have tunnels on their property. They do. And I see it as if it's from this here, from where's that bus? I showed the bus as the very first photo. And that bus, I see that as going underground. I see it comes in and out from the property. So it doesn't show it going down the property, as if, let's say that bus is where they keep it on the Wells property, but it goes down under and then to the other side. I want to know if they've seen these pieces. See, what I've done here is put the main elements that I've been showing for 3.5 years together here. Because this, to me, these are cutters. These are important. These are parts of elements that they use in these sacrifices in order to remove these pieces of the body, the skin, the hair, the fingers, the skin. Like, there's certain objects that I see as harmful, and they hurt and they stay consistent. And this is what they look like to me. Now, obviously, I've never seen it in person. I grab images that I see to be the closest to the truth that I know of. And this is the closest to the truth of the Summer Moon Wells case. So I'm going to give you my reading again. Everything stays the same, but what is happening is the videos and the information is getting tighter. Summer Moon Wells is just stronger. She's many of them. She holds many of their personalities. There's more than one Summer. And let me tell you something. What you're looking at is a vision that the victims have seen before. This here, you guys, for the first time, I connected another. This is important information. I connected this video that you see here is from before Summer went missing. Before Summer went missing, they had TikTok videos, both Grandis, Candace, Allie, Hunter. They had a lot of amazing videos that I downloaded all of them, and one of them was the 4th of July fireworks. Well, I'm like, that's not the 4th of July fireworks. This is really, no, no, no. This here, what I see now, I have been able to place this within underground, where this is underground. This is all coming from underground, under like a garage area, like where you would keep a car, underneath car area. Like, let's imagine that. Imagine what I see in my third eye. This is a reading. What I see in my third eye is a car parked on the Wells property. Let's see. I should probably get this up. No, my camera's not on. I wanted to put my camera on. Shoot. Um, on the Wells property, and it's close to where they allegedly say Summer's room is, right? But it's a car. And what you're looking at here is they go, it's just like to me, an underground railroad system. And when they first showed it, I'm like, they're showing it, you guys, with the same video as their construction. So when I saw all of this together, I'm like, again, it reinforces that when they show the construction and they show Summer's room and they show this video with it, it allows me to hear what's between the lines. And this here is what gives me a butterfly. This is it. This has always been it. When I look back at it now, I'm able to see so much more than I did. When you look at this, when I look at it, I immediately see, let me show you, pieces of summer, pieces of elements that go far beyond just this case. These are elements that I'm praying and hoping that the victims could tell me what these are. This that's placed between the doorway goes away. It is only in this video with the fireworks. If in fact the authorities ever want to dig, it would be somewhere within their new construction underground. These pieces are part of like the sanctuary, like the ceremony, the ritual, the sacrifice. The other thing that here, let me crop this, is this was normally, this here is supposed to be just Allie and the kids lighting fireworks. This takes my breath away. This here takes my breath away. And when things do that, it's because it's extremely important to Summer Moon. It's like it stops my body to say, this is important. This is it. This is part of her story. This is part of the taking. You see? This is underground. The other thing they show of importance is when you look all the way in the back there, Cam and Allie's video, and only because they did this in their video is why I took more notice. So things are really, put it this way, I've watched thousands, hundreds and thousands of videos. But when there's something that I'm supposed to take notice, by the yellow piping, yes, there is. Correct. This shows it. You see it. In Cam and Allie's video, all they do is videotape this shed, showing it all different ways. The doors change, the side changes, the words change on the that's painted on the side of the whole thing changes. All I could see are the elements. I see the chairs. I see the wood. I see the plexiglass. I see the box. I see the escape. And that I see that this piece doesn't stay consistent. It's consistently, it changes over and over and over. You could have the same video, you guys, pay attention. The elements change. I believe full-heartedly that one of Summer's trophies is right here in the new construction. Because I see this as a picture of Summer, right in the middle of the V. See that? You see these sticks? That's Summer. If I were able to go to this location and stand there and allow myself, like I would have to do this with one of my assistants, because it allow myself um to let go, like in order for me to go there, really, really go there, and not like just halfway go there, like get into the space. My body pulls me all the way into that little teeny space, like right there, like there, like all of this is going on around them, but there's spaces that have Summer Moon Wells's trophies. And what I see there is a photo. And we've seen this before. We've seen a head. We've seen a picture of a head. There's the yellow, everything is here. The boat. We didn't see that boat on their property. They just kept showing us a red canoe. Well, that's not a red canoe. That's a boat. Where'd that boat go? Where did that boat go? It's not there. So here's the boat. There's the underground. When I would use what's his name? Who always has the videos in the garage and talked about Ryan. Gotcha Man. Gotcha Man? Yeah. He showed this same video. He shows this same information as you see in that little teeny square. That, you guys, I'm telling you, this is what I'm telling you that I see as location. So here's the story. Here's Summer's story. Summer wound up going where the other children go. Summer wound up going where Ellie Carter's talking about. Summer wound up going to a place like that Diddy guy. This is the video of her fireworks. And there's the person with the red fingernail. This to me is Summer Moon Wells's sacrifice. What they showed here was one of the children of where summer moons go. To me, this is the location, one of the locations within those tunnels, underneath the cars, underneath the tunnels, and you have these cars that get you there. They're in these fake cars. I see it. I'm telling you they are. They're in the fake cars. That's how they get there. That's what it is. This here was shown before Summer went missing, you guys. This was the year before. This is the information that I want to know if somebody else has seen it. This is the fake car. This is the maroon trim. This is the framework of the fake car that goes between the wood panels. This is placed between wood panels and they build it that way. And it goes underground. It is an entranceway. It always looks like this. Always looks like this. It never changes. Let me see if I got Gotcha Mans. Gotcha. I'm going to see if I have, like, this is fake car. Here's Gotcha Man. This was him in his fake car with that thing on his head. Now, obviously, it's not him, right? But this is what came from his videos, and they just happen to match what I'm showing you. So if I go over here, let me see if so the cars that I'm showing you here, and this is very important to recognize, these here go underground. And what I've shown you before of Gotcha Mans, they were just like this. Hello? Just like this. Will you go? Just like this. And they're also like this. So they've never changed, but the information, okay, could stay if the other one stays down. The information stays the same. See? It's within the same location. The same location. So whatever tunnel that they pull themselves down into looks like this. Oh, I found it. Oh, let me save this photo. This photo is going to match. Right? Okay. Something I'm going to show you later. This here, ooh, this here is going to match. Let me see if I could grab it. This here shows up in different victims' photos. Let me see if I could find it here in this presentation. That's the hardware. And you guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Kylie Rodney had the same hardware. Quentin Simon had the same hardware. Aaron Carter had the same hardware. The children that I show you in here. What I'm showing you in these photos is exactly the same space that Molly Golightly was showing us when that's her driving in a car. It's the same space. It's underground, and you get there through these fake cars that go under. But what I'm telling you is it's like new construction, they build it. Why do you think there's always a white car involved? You guys, it's always the same. Am I telling you the white car is what gives them all misery? No, I'm not. What I'm telling you is that what I see stands the same as what they are talking about today. And what I am asking the ones that are coming forward, does any of this look familiar? Does any of this sound like your story? These are the rooms. There it is. That right there, in the bottom left-hand corner, is the equipment. That's the little house that let me turn it. So these pieces of equipment, this is the triangular home that I show often. That triangular home is the same thing as this. Whatever they're doing with these children and wherever these underground cars are, they need motors. They're under these things, you guys. They go under. And this is from Candace, the mother of Summer Moon Wells' video before she went missing. I am telling you that the children that I call Summer Moon Wells went missing before we were introduced to her. I see the story here. I see what they built. I see the track. I see the movements. I see the heavy, heavy, heavy metal. Heavy metal. And I see it right here. Right here. Don Wells built this. There is a hole here. There is a entranceway under the ground, under the boat, under the cars. Go under. It would be just like that as you see it. It's showing itself to us. So what I am telling you is the space, if you could follow me here, the space that you see here, wait, let me brighten this up, is a space that can be found under a car, under a boat, under a brand new construction. This is an entranceway. So let's say it's right here, under here. This is in here. This here is in here. You see, these are entranceways that lead to the tunnels. So these things are all over the place. These are at the carnivals that I've mentioned. These are at the Appalachian Fairgrounds. These are at oh, WCA may ask you, did you see the 3 pics of the girl? Okay, so here's my read on that. You have to be very careful what people are doing right now. I think that that was something to put out information that had to do with Don Wells needed to say something. Don Wells needed to say she was so big. Now, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He says, oh, my daughter, she was big. She was big. No, she wasn't. She was teeny, teeny, teeny. So understand the things that he's saying are false. And he's saying them for a reason. He said a few things that were very strange. And they're, again, these creators try to sell you a narrative. And don't listen to it because there's so much going on right now that you need to listen to. You need to listen to the people that are coming forward. You need to pay attention to the stories that people are telling. You need to be there for the victims. He said a couple things that were just downright wrong. Correct. He lied outright. Completely strange. And no one said anything because that was 3.5 years ago. You guys, thousands of girls and kids have gone missing since then. Not everyone knows their story. Not everyone knows every little teeny, teeny detail like some of us here do. Like some of us could look at these things and know, you know what? This is the underground tunnel. This is what these spiritual things look like underground. Yeah, Crystal. It's like the things he was saying. It was nonsense. Pay attention to what the victims are saying. They're speaking out, you guys. Don't get pulled into the rah-rah of the celebrity name. Who cares? Look at the victim here. Look at the body parts. Look at the information that is consistent. So when you look at other people's information and start seeing it, you could give these victims justice by understanding what they're saying. They're telling you that the tunnels are right there everywhere. And what I'm saying is they are everywhere. And when you see these new families building these new homes and construction and all that, pay attention. Correct. It is angry. I agree. But pay attention to the information because it's the information that's going to bring them justice. It's the information that if you really see something ever and you think that there's an underground tunnel entrance there, follow your gut feeling. Because that's where the children go. They go here. They get victimized here. The predator leaves information. They leave a little bit like a crumb for me to read. And it tells me that this is where Summer Moon Wells went. She went everywhere, but it tells me the parents know the story. And Don Wells, when he speaks, do not listen to him. Don't listen to him. No. They're only there right now to cover shit up. To cover this shit up. This to me is called equipment. It's run by a very, very large group. They're consistently giving information. You guys, the sticks, there's certain things that they cannot change. The elements stay the same. What you see to the left comes from Cam and Allie's video. Obviously, what you see to the right comes from the Delphi case. You could find this if anyone is part of this, you will see the signs. The wells show it over and over and over, and I'm not going to stop showing it because it actually encompasses thousands of cases for me. Why is it that a photo like this about Kylie Rodney could be shown so clearly, but yet no one notices and says anything about it? Kylie Rodney's picture here, you guys, is showing Kylie Rodney with the mask on her head. Underground, under a car, under a boat, but she is headed into a tunnel. I didn't make this picture up. This was on social media. How is this on social media? She is basically sitting with that same roundness. See that round, like maroon bar? What's the difference? You might as well put Kylie Rodney. Turn this way. You turn this shit around. This is exactly what I showed you, but I turned it. This could be Kylie Rodney. All I did was turn it. You guys, they're showing victims. This is this. All I did was flip it. That's it. Now you have Summer Moon Wells' victim. You have the face that looks like a chipmunk. You have the whole thing going on. Look. All I did with the photo was flip it. This might as well be Kylie Rodney, Summer Moon Wells. That's this photo flipped. That's all. Take this photo, you flip it. Turn it this way. We'll turn it this way. These are moving pieces, you guys. They're moving pieces. That's the pull through the mouth, just like Summer has. Summer has this same pull through her mouth. And there's the child with the sticks. This here, all you need to do is flip it. Page 35. Take this. Let's see. Here we go. And you will see the whole entire situation. This is halfway underground and halfway on top of ground. That would be the Summer Moon Wells sacrifice right here with the stick in her mouth. Always a stick. A pole. A pole. This is the chipmunk head. This is underground. So this would be on top of ground right here. So this, you guys, would be the construction. So this is going underground into the tunnel. You see, this fake car goes into the tunnel with your victim. It's what it's doing. It's what it's fucking doing. You are in the location. Understand that this was a video that's supposed to be Candace lighting fireworks. Yes, there are symbols everywhere. Look at there are victims in here. You guys, this is like a slaughterhouse. These are the little pieces I'm talking about. These are the little pieces that I call that help with some sort of control. Like these are little teeny pieces that I think, I don't know if they place them in the eye. I don't know what they do with these things, but these are little mechanical things that I've shown before. Ernie Shell showed them all to me. These are little teeny things that go in here. They go in the eye. See, those are the symbols that I'm showing you. That symbol there is, let me see. It's this one. These are teeny, but Ernie Shell shows them, and I see them in the eyes all the time. These things. They're very little, but they show them. They look like little number 5 boxes. They're really little, but that's how they show them. They showed it on Quentin Simon. They showed it on Madeline McCain. That's Jody Sue Brown tried to show it. But Quentin Simons was right in his ear. Yeah, it is sort of remote. Like these things, these are little things. And these are real, these little teeny things. These are real. And these are the number 5 boxes. These are little things that stay consistent. This is what I want to know. Who has seen these? Who has seen these that stay consistent? They're in the hands. They're part of the equipment. Diddy has one of these in his hands all the time. He has one of these in his hands. In almost every video that I watch, he holds something in his hand like this. I want to know if it's the same. I want to know if they've seen this. It's the same. Number one means that everyone agrees and they see what I see. Thank you for asking, Charlie. Um, in the beginning, when I didn't realize people weren't seeing what I was seeing, I thought everyone was seeing what I saw. So the number one means they see and understand what I'm saying. They get it. Thank you for asking. So these are the number fives. This hold they hold it in their hands. This is from White Boy channel. Doesn't mean it's him. Doesn't mean it's him, but this is the closest to what it looks like. It looks like this. That is the same thing as this. So is he holding in his hand? I don't know, but it tells me the same story as this. This and that tells me that there are pieces of equipment that are extremely important to this process. And it looks like a telephone, like that. And they hold them, and they're little number fives, and the kids have their own, and they all have their own pieces. And they're little pieces, you guys, but they started from years ago. All the way to the right is from, I believe it's Jeffrey Dahmer's videos. And to the left, I put that there so if someone recognizes his face. I don't know who that is. It says it's from Fenton Fender, Brandon Fender from Fender Farm, but his video shows as if he's underground and it shows as if something's wrong with his eyeball. So again, this is from Brandon from Fenton Farm. This is what it looks like in the eye. It's these little teeny things. So what I'm asking is if someone has seen this, just tell me if they've seen it like this. It's a child. That's the equipment to the right. And that's a child. Oh, thank you, BC. Oh, thank you for that super sticker. Amazing. Thank you. That's really, really awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is Don B. Gives me lots of information. And what he shows me, he gives me the opportunity to show you pieces that stay consistent in the car. So I don't know exactly what these look like, but I know that um, these are pieces that people keep. They hold on to them. They represent the victim. They collect them. And they're these sticks, and they collect them. They collect them, you guys. And this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. They have these little teeny, 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 teeny babies. I have no idea why they look like this. But in many of the videos that I follow the families, wait, wait, my kids are here to eat. Um, when I follow these families with these children and I see that they have babies, but the babies are with other little teeny, teeny babies like this, I see something horrible here. And I just do. So what that tells me is these children don't, these children that they have, it doesn't seem normal. And they're manipulating these humans and they're taking these children. and doing these things to them. And I'm showing in the video, you guys, again, everyone's reality is different. Everyone sees something different. I know what I'm seeing, and that's where you put the number ones, because if you see what I see a experiment. That's what I see. This is supposed to be summer. This is supposed to be the forehead of summer. Uh, you know, it's something I would like so badly to talk to someone about this. I want to speak to someone who has seen this firsthand, because this is something that I hear. I hear that these are embryos that I'm telling you, I've talked about this for a long time, that there's babies. This is how I call them. I call them little ones, little ones, and there's little ones. This is a little one. Why? And who has seen this? Because I have photos of the story, but they're the ones that have the story. I'm giving you a story that I have heard spiritually, that I see, and it bombards my brain. That's the child. This is underground. This would be underground by a carnival. These are containers. These children get taken. The child has a mask on its head. Right, Bernie, their bodies don't match their heads. And this is from the Hare family. If you research Hare, Candace, whatever her first name is not really Candace, because if you look in her family tree, and I've done it, that's not her real name. She just took that name on. And her maiden name was that, Shane Bacher. And you go and you look at stuff, you see that the rituals began way back when. They only lived a mile away from John Wayne Gacy, FYI. And these are fingers. And this comes from me opening up a YouTube channel that is connected to that name on top. Those are fingers. Fingers, fingers, fingers. Fingers were one of the very first, let me brighten this up, elements that I noticed. See this? See how fucked up her fingers are? It is, it's very disturbing. And in the back seat of the cars, these fake cars, it gives me the information. It shows me the clear boxes with the maroon trim. Anytime I go and I see these fake cars, that's what they have. They have the boxes back there. I also follow the dancing moms. I follow the children that do the dancing. Um, it gives me information that I see that happens underground. There's sacrifices that happen, and they look just like what you see to the left. These come from the families that I follow. These are rituals, and what I want to know is this something that other people have seen and have witnessed? This girl here, I believe they found her dead. And I believe that I'm putting her face out there in case anyone knows about her. I have her down as a victim of these parties. I have her down as a victim of Hollywood. And whenever I see Benny's photos, he gives me the clearest images of particular rooms. If anyone knows this girl, I would check out her tattoos. I believe that she was a part of this horrific scene. And this is what underground looks like. This is what the underground looks like. This comes from Diddy's videos to the right. To the left comes from my videos. I see this as they separate the children into different rooms. And these different rooms look like this. Like these are mazes. You go different directions, and they're clear walls and they're mirrors. And you could see the mirrors behind him, and they're just rooms and metal. A lot of metal, but there's doors that close behind you. Those rooms are behind the wood. Ethan Chapman. Ethan. Ethan was in the tunnels. Ethan, Ethan is the one who comes across the strongest to me. I know that there was more than one that there for them, but Ethan from Idaho 4 is who comes across the strongest to me, that has a will to give more information than the others. Like, spiritually speaking, there's a lot that he has shown me. And his videos, his footage shows me that he went down into one of these tunnels, down into a tunnel. And these children live in rooms that look like this. They look like this. And whenever I watch Adventures with Purpose, they have a room between the frames of a frame that look like what you see to the right. And I do seriously believe that there is a tunnelway underground that only someone like an Adventures with Purpose could get you to it. I'm showing this stuff and this information like this because I'm hoping that someone will email me at info@WCIA Network to tell me you'll talk about the things that I'm showing. That I'm showing these rooms over and over. And I want to know, these are the rooms. That's a head on a platter. I am going to show a few more of these. This is what it looks like when they videotape. I am asking for anyone who knows the information that goes along with this. and wants to talk about it, I'll bring you on my channel to talk about it. These are entranceways to the tunnels. Now, I am speaking from a spiritual level from what I see. I'm asking anyone that could confirm that this is what it looks like. Like this. You could get there from many, many, many entranceways. You guys, I have so much to show, and I want to break this into two because I don't want the videos going so long. What I'm asking of you guys is to look at what I have shown thus far and tell me who recognizes this as the truth because they've seen it firsthand. Who sees this as the truth because they've seen the doors in the rooms behind the rooms of our rooms. They've seen walls cut like this, and what's in the wall is another room that leads to a room. Who has seen this? Because I see these as entranceways. I see this as how Summer Moon Wells got gone. I see this as how every case that I work on got gone. I see it so clearly. But now that other people are coming forward and they look at a picture like this, and I see this as, oh, another victim's going to be gone. Oh, they're cleaning up. Oh, there's the ladder. Who else sees it that way? info@wcanetwork.com. I would love to hear from you. You guys, I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow, and I hope that this gets to the people that are speaking up. Thank you all in chat. You guys were just so wonderful and so peaceful and so nice. May that continue through the world. May tonight go great. And thank you all for being here. I'm going to be putting up part 2 probably in the morning. I have 200 more pages to get out there. Thank you all. God bless you all. I really, really hope and pray that this brings more justice to the children and it brings more peace to the victims. Good night for now, guys.